For me, there's only one place to watch a movie with no distractions, complete silence, and that one place is a movie theater. There is not a home TV, a 4K TV, or any audio system that can compare to the quality and resolution that a theater offers. For 2 hours, we are distracted away from our problems and we are transported into another reality. With no distractions, we are enjoyed watching these specially crafted movies for our entertainment. And we are able to enjoy watching them with the people that are close to us. One of my fondest memories of the movie theaters was when I was 8 years old and I went to go watch The Dark Knight Rises with my family. Ever since then, my interest for films grew, but it wasn't until I was older where I would go to the theater at least 2 times a week. Being able to watch a movie with a sibling, a parent, or a friend is one of the best experiences that a theater can offer. Many theaters had to close their doors for months on end until they were able to reopen back to the public. Even though theaters reopened, there was another issue. Many people had gotten accustomed to streaming by watching movies in their home. Not only did theaters have to withstand COVID, now they have less people going as they're just watching it in their home instead. One of the big reasons why many theaters are open today is because of how much money big franchises make, including Marvel and Disney. These big movie franchises give opportunities to smaller movies as they allow theaters to stay open as to produce a lot of revenue from the big movies that they make. As of 2025, a lot more people have been attending the theaters, but now theater companies have been raising the prices and have caused many people to not be able to afford going to watch a new movie. Some companies offer special days where their tickets are discounted, but many have gone too far in pricing. They are causing their own downfall as they are pricing everyone out of going out to watch a new movie. What do you think of the current prices going out to the theaters?
I think they are inflated, way too expensive. I probably wouldn't go to the theaters as much as I do if I was paying this price every time. It's caused people to have to go to the theaters every once in a while, and especially people with big families, it's difficult to go.
Do you prefer watching movies at home via streaming or going out to the theaters?
Definitely going out to the theaters. It immerses you in the movie, and it is by far, if you're a cinephile and you really enjoy movies and experiencing them in the best way possible, I think it's important to actually hear the soundtrack and be fully immersed in the movie that you're watching. So I would definitely say I would prefer watching them in the theaters.
Have new technologies enhanced the movie theater experience?
100%. Even watching the movies as a kid, going with my family, we didn't really go watch IMAX or, these enhanced versions of movies. And honestly, going to see IMAX now all the time, I've definitely been spoiled. You can definitely notice the difference when you go and watch Laser, for instance, versus IMAX. The music, the visuals, everything is so much more impactful. It's louder. You feel immersed in the movie. You get to lock in to the movie 100%. It's definitely impacted it.
Are indie films struggling more than before to get a theatrical release?
I would say no. I think a lot of indie movies are being released in theaters. Like we'd seeing the Japanese movie market, Godzilla, the new Godzilla Japanese movies coming out. They're making money. They're making movies cheaply and effectively and efficiently, and we're seeing that having a lot of money poured into a movie isn't necessarily the outcome, the deciding outcome in a good movie. And we're seeing them outperform a lot of these mainstream Hollywood movies in a way, because you can see the passion these directors are putting into the movies, the good acting, it's not the budget. The budget is so much smaller than these mainstream movies, but they're also outperforming them. We're seeing all these mainstream movies lose all this money because you can tell it's just Hollywood trying to money grab. And, we're seeing now people enjoying these indie movies, Rental Family, for instance, because they're just impactful, they have a good plot, just simple movies that are effective and enjoyable. So I would say in a way, indie movies are now outperforming the mainstream movies.
Have new technologies enhanced the movie theater experience?
Definitely. Compared to 10 years ago, ScreenX, 40X, RPX, Dolby, IMAX, all those formats have made it much better to watch a movie in the big screen compared to at home.
Do you think theaters are causing their own downfall by charging high prices and having an extensive amount of ads?
As far as ads go, I feel like I don't want to see a Ford ad when I go to the theaters. I'm okay watching the trailers, but when it gets to the AMC bumpers and the Regal bumpers, that takes a long time for it to come through. And at some points, it gets like 35 minutes before we see the movie. So it is a little inconvenient when you're trying to time everything out. But pricing wise, I mean, they can't really help it because they have to make their money as well. The movie companies are charging a lot to them to distribute those films. So that's to be some kind of leeway for us to be able to find a economical way to get people back in the theaters. My favorite experience in the movie theater was the Iron Claw, because that was the first time that I've ever cried at a movie. I've seen all kinds of movies in theaters, but that one was the first time I ever felt like actually moved by the movie, and it was just amazing to see in the movie theaters.
While going to theaters could be expensive, it's worth it. It serves as a social hub for us to communicate with others. The theaters gives us a chance to make memories with the people around us. If more and more people choose to stay at home, then we run the risk of losing one of the ways we connect with others. If possible, we all need to go back to the theaters.